if I traded it all.
Welcome to the show, everyone. As you all know, I tell everybody to talk to everyone within 3 feet of you. I say that every once. I get that out. I forget to say that one. There's a lot of them I have. And I made it possible for everybody to talk about themselves right here on the radio. I'm going to go in with my first guest who's been on with me for 7 years. We figured it out at least 7 years now. I have Doc. He's the owner of Hypnotic One. Welcome back to the show. We're live on Facebook, so hi to everybody that's watching us. Follow us, like us, and you can call in and get into any of these things as well if you're interested in as well. We're going to, right now, Doc likes everybody to call him because you're busy with me, but you like people to kind of talk to you and tell them their situations.
No, that's right. Just call me up at 602-547-0446, and we'll set up a free consultation for you to come in and see me and tell me all your situation, and we'll tell you what we can do and what we can't do. I'll teach you about hypnosis, what it's good for, what it's not, and we can go from there.
Hey, Doc, let's talk a little bit. We were talking earlier about some of the different kinds of hypnotherapists that are out there, and what truly makes you different?
Well, a lot of the hypnotherapists have been doing it they got certified over the weekend or whatever it was. It's not very good controlled by the state or the federal government or state governments. So you really got to ask some questions of the hypnotist you're going to go to. Don't go for just price, because the guy that doesn't have an office, he only works with 5 or 10 people a year, if that many, he's not going to be very well educated in it. I've been doing this for over 32 years. I've had over 43 to 44,000 people I've worked with. I worked in the hospitals of Honduras. I delivered 30 babies with hypnosis. We did 12 different operations with no anesthetic whatsoever with hypnosis. I worked in Australia for 7 years, 6 months at a time. You know what? I've got a good background, and we've got a 98% success rate with anything we do. We get people off drugs. We get them off of smoking. We get them off of sugar. We get them off of any kind of alcohol or whatever it may be, and also get them motivated to do the things they need to do and have to do, but they just have been refusing to do them.
Well, one thing we know is there's a lot of procrastinators out there, and he can help you with that too.
That's right. And a lot of times people come in and see me for one thing, but that's not the problem. They'll come in and see me for weight loss or drugs, but the drugs and the weight loss, that's not the problem. That's a symptom. We go back and find the problem, and usually we find that they're depressed and they're stressed out, and they've just kind of given up. So we get them turned around. We get them motivated again, because there's 2 reasons people fail at anything. I don't care what it is. First, they don't know how to succeed. Second, they don't want it bad enough. They don't have the motivation. So those people that's procrastinating, sit on the couch, imagine just getting up and calling at 602-547-0446. Setting up an appointment is your first step to success.
Absolutely.
And I don't let them fail.
And you don't let them. Tell them what you mean by that.
I'll work with you. We'll find the problem. We'll uncover the real underlying problem. We'll get rid of that. And then all of a sudden your symptoms disappear. Your smoking's a symptom. Drug addiction's a symptom. These are symptoms. These are not problems. So we got to go back and find out what the real problem is, get rid of that, and the symptoms disappear.
Now, Doc, you offer them a free 60-minute consultation, and it's a program that fits your needs.
I custom build every program for the person. I don't care if I've had 100 stop smokers in a month. I get 100 different programs because they're 100 different individuals, and that's why we have the success rate we do. And we'll find out why they smoke, and we'll find out that all of a sudden they don't want to smoke anymore.
And y'all know that there's something that you're dealing with, if it's you or someone that we know. Everyone knows somebody too, so that's why I let everybody call. Now, this is what we want. We want you to call him direct. He's live here in the studio with me right now. You call and leave a message on his phone and tell him what's going on. And then he can call you back after the show, and he'll tell you exactly what he can do for you. The number to call is 602-547-0446. Let's make a difference. Let's get out of that boat so we can walk on that water.
Yeah, you'll come in and see my professional office. You'll see I got about half of my programs put up on a wall, and there's about 100 to 150 programs up on that wall. I show you what I can do, what I can't do. I even have videos of people that go through the program and what they say about it. And it's just a cross-section so that it's a very low-key interview, so that you're interviewing me too. But I'm interviewing you to see whether or not I can help you. And if I can't help you, I'll tell you it doesn't cost them anything. They go home. But at least they know about what hypnosis is and what it's
what
not.
real hypnosis is.
And not going to a guy that just got his certificate over the weekend and is practiced with his dog, his cat, and 2 of his relatives. And
right.
But see, you have to ask questions of the hypnotist. When you go in, if you're going to go ask questions, ask the one, how many clients have you had? How long have you been doing it? What is your success rate? What's your specialty? What do you do? What's the hardest case you've had? Why do people come to you?
I think that's a great question. Let me ask this. I want to get this out for everybody right now. First of all, he's been doing this for over 30 years, and he's got a 98% success rate. You could check him out on his website, which is hypnotic1.com, and it's a 98% success rate. Okay, with that free 60-minute consultation, you're going to get that MP3 or a CD or whatever it is. Yeah. That's phenomenal. Everybody will love that, just to have that. Whatever you decide to do, you're going to love that. Also, he won't let you fail, and it's a lifetime guarantee. You can call him direct. That number is 602-547-0446. Just tell him what's going on, whether it's you or someone you know. Just let him know what's going on, and he can help.
I had a man come in years back. He was 75 years old, and that was probably 10 years ago, and he come in last week. He wanted a new CD because he wore out the other one, and he had some other things going on. And so I just give him a free session to help him turn around on that, because you know what? I don't let people fail. I just don't let them fail. And if they have something like that going on, I help them out.
Doc, what was your hardest case? I don't think in the 7 years I might have asked you that.
It was about 15 years ago when a lady come to me of fear of earthquakes. Because at that time,
How did you know I have that same fear? I'm from California.
Yeah,
we just had one yesterday.
She was too. She actually had to move here because she was so scared of earthquakes. Mm-hmm. Well, you just can't give her the suggestion she'll never be scared of them. That would be what a novice would do. You can't do that. So I found out why she was so scared of them. And I found out when I hypnotized her that at 6 years old, she was in a earthquake, and she wasn't scared, but her parents were so scared, which rubbed off on her and which tainted her. Now that's in her subconscious mind, so it got worse and worse and worse. And after, if I just talked to her about earthquakes, she'd start shaking and everything else. And she was like 28 years old. And after a couple of sessions with me, she moved back to California. She called me for her wedding. They was going to have it on top of one of the hotels.
One of the faults?
Yeah. But I said, she said, I don't have any fears. Yeah, because I told her just exactly what she needs to do if ever an earthquake under hypnosis.
This is the thing. You have to talk to Doc and tell him what your situation is. And we all know the kids out there, there's kids that you can help. You can help almost anybody. And everybody's crying out for help right now. I really believe that we all are the way we are because we're all messed up inside.
Here's the thing. I am not a psychologist, and I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't give you drugs to suppress things. That's the worst thing you can do. I'm not a psychologist. I don't just ask you some of the questions and tell you what you ought to do. I don't do that, but I do ask you a lot of questions, and under hypnosis you're going to tell me exactly what your problem is, and we're going to change that around. So it's not really a problem. It's just a simple thing that we're going to change and put it around, and now you're going to be successful at it.
And a lot of people think they can't, they don't think they can be that, and they don't understand it. And this is the thing. That's why I want you to pick up the phone and call, because for me, one of the best things I ever did was get hypnotized, because I had an underlying issue, and a huge underlying issue, and there was no way it was going to break unless that hat was dealt with. Yeah. And that's what it's all about. So 602-547-0446. Call him now, leave a message, and then he'll call you back. So again, you're going to get a 60-minute consultation that's free to you, and also the MP3 or CD, whatever ones you want on that. It's a customized program to meet your needs. He won't let you fail. Tell him what you mean by a lifetime guarantee.
Well, if ever it starts coming back, whatever we have worked with, if it ever starts coming back or you feel a little weak in that area, you just call me up and say, Doc, I need a tune-up. How much is it? It's free.
Stop procrastinating out there. Give them a call.
Wait until you hear what we have to say after the break.
The number to call them is 602-547-0446. The website is hypnotic1.com. Give them a call. Let's make a difference and let's get a change. If you're looking to lose weight, this is a great time to do that too. That's an easy one for them.
We're going to get you excited after the break.
Welcome back. And we're talking with Doc. He's the owner of Hypnotic One. And Anybody out there, I don't care. Listen to me right now. If you're dealing with any kind of issues, and we're going to talk about some of the different ones that you can help them with in any way, shape, or form. Your kids out there, if they're dealing with something, if they're getting hurt, if they're sad, there's so many things that he can do. Nail biting, there's so many things, anything. So give him a call. The number is 602 547-0446, and it's Hypnotic, the number one.com. I was saying that website and that 6 at the same time.
And I said right before break, there's something very exciting that I was going to tell you about. Well, a lot of people don't really know what hypnosis is. They know what they've seen on television, the movies, and that's entertainment. That's not what I do. But that is hypnosis, because what they've done is bypass the analytical part of your mind, and your subconscious mind believes everything it's told. And when they say, you know what, you're getting very hot, and all of a sudden the person can actually start sweating, even if they're in a 20 degree below zero, because their mind controls their body. And so when people come in, I explain to them, if they're overweight, I could give them everything to do, a diet and exercise and everything to do to have them lose weight. They won't do it. They'll say, oh, yeah, that's all I need. But they won't do it. After about the first or second week, they give up on it. But under hypnosis, all of a sudden it seems different, because all of a sudden there's a little voice in your mind that says, we need to cut down and eat only half of that. We need to take and walk just a little bit farther, a little bit faster. We need to have a smile on our face this morning. You know what? It's just, we need to stretch this morning when we get out of bed for 30 seconds. You know what? It's just things like that. They'll all of a sudden, it's in their mind coming out. It's not me forcing them to do it. It's all of a sudden they want to do it.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about some of the different things that they don't realize. Well, I like to kind of do this with you, if that's okay.
For sure.
And what is the most different? Obviously, the earthquake was a different one.
Oh, that was different, because I couldn't tell her, you'll never be scared of earthquakes, because then she'd stand still in the middle of an earthquake.
Well, here's something that people are dealing with. Anger issues. You guys were all angry.
And this really affects men and children more than it does the ladies. The ladies get...
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, there you go. Boy, I knew you'd prove me wrong on that. But anyway, usually the ladies will go depressed and they'll just pull it in. Guys will get angry and they hold it in for long, and then they just blow apart. Kids, it seems like if they don't get their way, all of a sudden they go from asking nicely to anger, and we get them out of that really quickly.
Now, the number to call them is 602-547-0446. You're going to get that free 60-minute consultation. It's going to come along with that MP3 or the CD. Everybody loves those. Everyone loves those.
You know what? I've had a lot of people, drivers getting very nasty and everything else, and anybody that drives in Arizona, here in Phoenix, knows that the traffic gets a little bit tough out there. And what we do is just have you enjoy driving in the traffic. We give you a hypnotic suggestion. All of a sudden you find yourself, you're stuck in it anyway. You might as well enjoy the time. It takes just the same amount of time to get there. So you're enjoying your favorite songs and your music, and you're thinking of all the great things you're going to do. It's fantastic.
There's nothing it can't help. So, 602-547-0446. Check them out. It's Hypnotic, the number one.com. It's a lifetime guarantee, and he won't let you fail.
How about the sports people? The sports people out there, they know what the zone is, and anybody out there listening, if you've been in sports, you know what the zone is. We get people that will automatically put themselves in that zone each and every time. I've worked with professional golfers, fighters, every sport out there, NFL football players, and the thing is all of a sudden they get in the zone. All of a sudden it becomes fun to them. It's almost like they're Superman on that field. And
how many people out there can relate to this when you know what it feels like when you're just on? That's the best feeling in the world.
I want everybody that's sitting on that couch, that's listening or driving in their car, imagine a time, now pay attention if you're driving to the traffic, but imagine the time that you felt the greatest in your whole life, that you was challenged and you all of a sudden won. Wonder what happened. And we put that in your mind. All of a sudden, you have more power. You're thinking right. You're automatically taking action, because you're a take action now person. You're making your choices and you're going for it. I see more people that's depressed and stressed out and are afraid to make choices. I work with business people, and a lot of them know their business better than I do, but they don't know people, and they don't understand that they're holding themselves back from making that next sale or making that 10 next sales and actually helping the people out. They think they're selling something. No, they're presenters. They're helping people get in that fantastic home. They're helping them buy that new car so they'll always get to work on time. They'll always get to the grocery and back. You know what? You're helping people out. Stop thinking the way you've been thinking, and you'll start doing what you need to do, and you'll start getting what you want to get.
Well, I'll tell you something. I would want that feeling every morning. I don't care what I do. I mean, just to think of this, if you could wake up every morning just feeling right on, that would be awesome.
I do that.
I know
and
you
you know
do.
what? I practice what I preach. I put my CDs in because I know these things, but you know what? Until I listen to them in a trance and do things, you know, I hear it, but it doesn't sink in. But in the trance, all of a sudden, you're waking up with a refreshed look, and just go for it.
Go for it. Now, again, give him a call. That number is 602-547-0446. He's on the air right now, but you can call and leave a message, and he'll call and you right back and tell you what he can do.
Everybody wants better health, wealth, and happiness. Well, what are you doing to get it? Well, if you're not doing it, but you know what you should do, give me a call. Come on in. We'll get it to happen to you automatically.
How do you help people with self-confidence?
Self-confidence. It's actually people are confident that they're going to fail. They are so afraid that they're going to fail, they don't do anything. If you don't do anything, you're guaranteed failure. So we get them back into that self-confidence. Remember when you're a little child, man, you're confident you can do anything. And then as you get older, you start talking yourself out of it. You're afraid to do anything. Your world actually becomes smaller and smaller. We want it to have more fun, more pleasure, more excitement in our life, not less.
602-547-0446. Okay, here's another one. I know there's, how easy, let's tell them how easy. There's a lot of people who obviously smoke and do drugs and all sorts of stuff. How easy is it for you to get them off of that?
You know what? Smoking and drugs is the easiest thing I do. It really is. Now, I've never done the drugs, but I did the alcohol years ago, and I used to be a 4-pack-a-day Camel smoker, and I know what it is. I know what it takes to get a person off there. That's why it's the easiest thing I do. Within 1 to 7 days, you're going to be free of it. There is no withdrawal symptoms from anything I do. I don't care if you're getting off heroin. I don't care if you're getting off meth, cocaine, alcohol, cigarettes. It doesn't matter. There is no withdrawal symptoms because withdrawal symptoms usually mentally started.
That number to call them again, 602-547-0446. Okay, for what about this one? Panic attacks.
Panic attacks. I've been getting a lot of that, especially in the kids.
People are nuts. They're crazy.
They start acting that way. But panic attacks not funny. If you've ever had one or seen somebody having one, they are terrible. And all of a sudden they get less and less, and they get fewer and farther between, and all of a sudden now they don't have them at all.
It's amazing. How can you help people with sleep?
Sleep's natural. People are keeping themselves awake. They're thinking so much. They say, I think too much. And I said, most people don't think enough, or at least the right way. We have you trained so that you automatically can slow your mind down. You can automatically relax. And when you sleep better, you have less inflammation. Most people do not get good sleep, and that's part of their problem of all their health.
So, okay, here's another one. How can you help somebody with their memory? How do you do that? That's amazing.
You've never forgot anything in your whole life. It's there. You just got to be trained how to retrieve it. Otherwise, you remember your name. That's short-term memory. But you can remember what you had, where you went to school. That's long-term. But you also can remember that first pet you had. You can start filling in the holes in your memory, and we show you how to do that so quickly and so easily.
Okay, here's another one. Obsessions.
Oh, people are obsessed. You know what? But they're usually obsessed about doing nothing. What we do is
we know that.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, and then they say this. Every time they finally call you, they say what?
What took me so long to get here, and it was
so easy. We say it all the time. You know what? Ted, Ted, he's been on the show for a long time. Oh, my God, he says to me, 4 years somebody listened to me, and they finally called. And it was like crazy, you guys out there. Pick up the phone. Give them a call at 602-547-0446.
I've been in the Valley for over 20 years. I've been doing this for 30-some years, and I tell you what, I still get people come in and say, I've been seeing your sign for so long, I know you had to be doing something right because you're still here.
Right.
And the same way on the radio and the printed ads. They finally come in, and they always say, gosh, why didn't I come see when I first heard about it? I said, man, I don't know, but it'd have been a lot cheaper for you. And just think, a smoker usually spends about $3,000 to $5,000 a year on smoking, and that doesn't count their lighters and their burnt clothes and how many times they got to go outside and how many heart attacks they're going to have and everything
I'll tell you
else.
something, guys. There's a lot of people out there. You're spending tons of money on all sorts of things, all sorts of cool stuff to try and make you feel better. But really, it's within, and that is where you have to get it.
And I show people when they come in, I'll say, how's your blood pressure? And they say, okay, I'll put the blood pressure cuff on them. Yeah, it's 180 over 100. I says, no, it's not. And within 5 minutes, now it's down to about 150 over 80.
The number to call them is 602-547-0446. It's hypnotic1.com. You're getting a free 60-minute consultation. It's a customized program to meet your needs. He won't let you fail, and it's a lifetime guarantee.